Hello, my name is John, and welcome to The Modern Times. This is a show about society and the human condition. There's a reciprocal relationship between the two, so I think it's important to study both together. A quote from Carl Jung. "It is unfortunately only too clear that if the individual is not truly regenerated in spirit, society cannot be either, for society is the sum total of individuals in need of redemption." So following his sentiment, my thesis is pretty much that a better understanding of society and the individual can help us to improve both. There's several reasons why I wanted to start this, or that I am starting this. The first is I have a newfound interest in history. It actually came from kind of random place. I was at a thrift store and I picked up this book right here, A Study of History by Arnold Toynbee. I just thought it looked cool, and I never really had much interest in history before for whatever reason, but flipping through this got me really interested. It's about civilizations throughout all of human history, basically, condensed into one big book. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this, is I just wanted to learn more about history. And then another reason is, for a while now, I guess not for a while, but for a little bit now, I've been feeling like a lot of my beliefs and opinions have been sort of weakly held. And I learned a lot in school, but since graduating, I sort of felt like a lot of that knowledge has fallen to the wayside, and I didn't use it so much, and so it kind of just, disappeared, I guess. And so now when I think about tough questions or opinions that maybe I've had for a while, I just haven't really thought of that much. They just, like, the foundations feel kind of weak. So that's another motivation for why I wanted to start this, is that I learned a lot in school, and I want to kind of rebuild those foundations just so that I can, going forward, sort of like know what I think and why I think these things. And then a third reason why I am starting this, is that I started paying more attention to what's going on in the world, and specifically here in the United States, which is where I live. And it's kind of overwhelming, honestly. All of the news, just having so many news sources, and the type of news. So trying to understand what's going on and what's in control, I think, or what I can control, is what I would prefer to do, rather than worrying and being anxious, if that makes sense. And then ultimately, I figure if I'm going to be doing all of this learning for myself, that I might as well share it, which is why I'm recording right now. And so one of my hopes is that sharing this learning journey might inspire other people too, to maybe look at the things that you know, or you think you know, and sort of just evaluate them, I guess. And yeah. So the plan is that a majority of the content will be conversations with other people, and it'll be relating to their area of expertise. So I have a couple of guests in mind already. Some are from my academic background. And so I'll be talking to them just to kind of, like I said, in a very general sense, just start to continue that learning process about these topics, the individual and society. And then for my own personal learning journey about these things, I also have some books that I got, which I'm pretty excited about. I got How to Read a Book by Mortimer Adler and Charles Van Doren. I already started this, and it's been really helpful for thinking about how to take notes and how to internalize the things that you read. I feel like a lot of the stuff I've read in the past has just been either for entertainment or to get a grade on a test, so it's sort of ephemeral knowledge. And this has a really good way of going through books and making sense of them in a way that the knowledge will kind of like stick. So that's one, How to Read a Book. Also by Mortimer Adler is How to Speak and How to Listen. And haven't started this one yet, but you can imagine what it's about. And then I also have this book called Plain Style, A Guide to Written English by Christopher Lasch, who's actually an author that I plan to talk a lot about in this series. So with these books, I think I've got a good foundation for going forward, because I'll know how to talk, how to listen, how to read, and then how to write. So that is, and I guess the last thing is there isn't really going to be an upload schedule. This is kind of an experiment, and so I don't know exactly how it's going to go, or what will work and what will work for me and my personal schedule. So that's pretty much it. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to doing this. Thank you.